Hey guys, welcome back to Rob Tarded Art. A lot of you have been wanting me to do a bush tutorial, so I did. Unfortunately, I did forget to talk about this whole painting while I'm painting it, but that's okay. I do go into detail about all the color and how to shape your bushes with just the color. So if you can lay down some black and make it look like bushes, you really only need to learn how to color them properly. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. really big tree, right? Let's do another one right here. So let's just give it some shadow on all these already before I put my water in. Let's darken up a couple of spots. Throw in here some rocks. Let's get some tree trunk in here, just a little bit on some of this. Not all the way through the tree, just in some spots. Same for this side. You can put some branches coming down off these. You can start them from your trunks that you put in, or you can have them just coming from out of the tree itself. And then once we put highlights on this tree, it'll bring more life to it. And same for this one over here. And go out here and let's very light touch with the end of the palette knife. And pull little sticks out of the background. just barely see it from its highlights. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some color in these two guys right here. Start filling this stuff in and get some water lines, and we'll be about done with this painting. Might put a bird or two in the sky here. No birdie. So a lot of you guys want to know how I make my bushes and trees and the colors that I use. So we're going to get started with some yellow in my dish here. And some orange. And make sure the paint that's coming out of the can is really thick, so be sure you shake them up really good. And red. And where's my green? There it is. And the green. Now I'm going to use the same black sponge that I was using earlier, but I'm also going to use this one that's nice and got a nice sharp edge on it. But I'm going to go with this sharp edge first. So I'm going to use the same black. I'm going to get a little of this green and yellow mixture and just a little bit of red, but mostly I want these highlights with this. It's going to make a nice little olive green color because it's all dulled down with the red and the black that's on the sponge. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to start placing little highlights. Our light source is out here in the middle, so we want all of our highlights to be on the right side of these and the left side of these. So let's go in here. And they don't all have to be like on that, but mostly your highlights are going to come off on this side, and we're going to keep this side fairly dark. And you see all these spots where we left a lot of bark and everything in here, so we can go in and actually don't cover it completely. We want it to still show through, but this spot right here would be getting hit by sun right under where the branch is, where the trunk is meeting these branches here. So we're going to start here. We're going to fill out some of these. We're going to start over here now because I think the light would hit right here on this spot. So we're going to put a little touch of some sunshine right there and down on these lower parts over here. Now we can go back in with just a little touch, very light touches yellow here, and we can hit some more spots with some little brighter highlights, but not too much. You don't want to overdo it. And a little bit back there. Alright, so let's go over to this other one. Mix those same colors again up with some that green and yellow and a little bit of red. And get that yellow back on there to get this olive green to show up here in this. It makes that nice olive green color if you could see it. But that's going to be our base. So let's go up in here. And hopefully it's not too shadowed, but get some touches of some color in here where the light would be hitting it all through here. We're going to leave all this stuff dark over on this side. where I touch right here in the middle where there would be some light, and then out on the tips of this branch out here. And then we're going to leave all this dark right here where that branch is. And we're going to start working with this stuff down here in a minute. I'm just going to touch up with some more yellow on these highlights now, just to make these ones pop just a little bit more. Just like that. Alright, so now I'm going to go in here with my other sponge. I'm going to use these same colors, but I'm going to go with, I'm just going to go green, yellow, and some orange. And the orange will dull it up too, but just not as extreme as the red. Alright, we can get a similar color, but it'll be just a slight change. And I'm going to pick different spots. See, we got a bush here, we got a bush here, we got a bush here. And now I'm going to pick all this darkness and I'm going to go right under it for another bush. Just like that. And these are just going to be base colors, so we're going to go back in and we're going to highlight some of these with some more orange and yellow. Just a little bit more on that guy, that guy. It's all about picking your spots and not overdoing it. You're going to leave a lot of dark spaces in between your bushing. There's a lot of shadows out there. Now I have a lot of red. We had some fall colors on here. Make some red bushes on here. We can go back in with just a little bit of orange and yellow on those too. Put some little sparkly guys on them. Alright, work our way on this side into the middle. Use that same color. I'm just adding a little bit more yellow for highlights. And we're going to start right, leave a lot of this dark space in here just so we can differentiate these bushes from the background. Just like that. And now I got some of this black. It's kind of just like, watch how you put this stuff on. You see how these are nice round bushes. These guys kind of wave up. I didn't do that on purpose, but this is kind of cool, so we're going to work with it and see what we can do. So these are kind of like that. And then we can go under them. Let's put some like little grassy areas. And these are softer taps. When I do that, you're going to press a little bit harder, but not with a whole lot of paint, because you want all this paint that's kind of like just barely on here. You can see it's not soaked completely, but there's still enough paint to put color on the black surface. So if you use that and you press decently hard, go in the same spot, in the same spot again, it softens it up. It softens and it puts more color down. And so you can make these fun little grass patches. And then we can put those right in here, and we'll put a little bit in there. And then I can go back in with just a little bit of yellow, and I'll highlight up some of these areas. And if you hit it too dark or hit it too bright, just barely touch on it. Just keep touching, you'll soften it up. and it almost goes away. But I did kind of want that highlight right there, so I'm gonna put it back on. And maybe I want a little bit back here, just a little bit back here. Alright, so I'm gonna work on these bushes and these little flary guys that are going up here too. Let's see. Let's make them kind of red. I'll put some yellow and orange highlights on them. Now when I'm doing these highlights, I'm just barely getting just where that yellow is on my sponge, just right on the tip of it. Let me go in here and just use that corner and just put some of those highlights right where the light's going to be hitting in this little plant thing that we got going on. Alright, I'm going to go back over to the sharp edge one because it's got a nice fun texture to work with. It kind of fans out like a fan brush. So we're going to bend it like this to curve for these round bushes. But we're going to go over where I actually put this black. So we're going to start up here. And we're going to put color on. Now, let's go in a little bit of highlight and fill in some of these spots because I want these to not be so dark up in this area. But there's some thick bush through here, so we're making all that shadow. You know what? I think I got all the spots I wanted to hit. I just need some highlights. Right there. Let's throw some in here. I think the sun would hit right here a little bit. What? Maybe this is a bit bigger of a bush. So we're going to spread that out. Like that. Now we can go in here, palette knife, and we're going to pick out some sticks, holding all this stuff together. Okay, we just need some water lines through here. And to do that, I guess I'm just going to use my palette knife. I don't have any spare paper. Oh wait, did I not get my white out? I didn't bring any spare. It's working. Alright, so take a little white on the edge of my palette knife here. I'm gonna go in and just horizontal lines, just like that. And you don't have to put in a whole lot. We're just looking to find the edge of where this water is going to be meeting the land. I think this painting is just about done. I'm just going to sign it. Brighten this stuff up down here. I got really matted. I hope that helped you guys with your bushes and trees. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.